Hello everyone, welcome back to Free America. Today we're going to dive into some U.S. Navy knives. Um, we're going to look at the U.S. Navy's Mark III Mod 0 and the latest version of the Mark III Mod 0, and we're also going to take a quick look at one of my favorites, the SOG Seal Pup. So, if that's the kind of stuff that interests you, stick around. Alright, so before we get a hell of a lot farther, I wanted to talk about a kind of a somber note. So today is the 14th of January, 2024. Overnight, last night, 2 U.S. Navy SEALs have gone missing at sea off the coast of Somalia while they were conducting a boarding operation. And that just highlights the inherent risks and challenges that our elite warriors face, in the line of duty. Our thoughts and prayers go out to their family and their fellow service members, and we hope to get them back soon and well. And in the meantime, here's to you, SEAL brothers. So, let's get on with it. Now, this is the original Mark III Mod 0. I don't know if you can see right here, it says USN on the handle, right, on both sides. 2 Victor 376 is the manufacturer's cage code, and that just happens to be Ontario, both of these. Now, Ontario makes these knives. I don't know if another contractor makes these knives or not. I've never seen one by anyone else. So, let me put this one aside for just a second. And let's talk about the Mark IIIs. So, the Mark III has a stainless steel blade, and it's got a black powder coating. It comes relatively sharp out of the box. As you can see, this knife has not had a hell of a lot of field use. You can probably tell by the scabbard that it's been banging around in my stuff for quite a while. And I took the metal hanger hook off of this because I didn't need it, and it was getting in the way and getting caught on stuff. So the problem that was discovered with this knife is that this clip point actually was a weakness in the design. So the knives would break right here, and that's obviously not something that we want, right? So the next version does not have the clip point, right? It's much more of a spear point. The other difference that you can see right off the bat is the thickness of the finger guard, the hand guard, right? Otherwise, they're pretty much identical, right? They have the rasp on the back, like a lot of survival knives do. It has glass impregnated plastic handles, and it has a steel pommel, right? So these handles screw on and off. It's a relatively heavy knife. It's in a good way. Another slight improvement in the newer one, the handle is a little bit narrower. I don't know if you can see that or not. But again, steel pommel. Now the scabbards, they come with the hook for your standard web gear, right? Almost nobody uses that style of web gear anymore, so I took it off on this one because this one actually rode around in my gear. So again, markings are Mark III Mod 0, even though this is kind of a Mod 1, right? And cage code. Black powder coated stainless steel. This is a later version from Ontario, and frankly, it's not dull, but it's not very sharp. Um, the scabbards are made of high impact plastic, right? It says Mark III Mod 0 USN on it. It has a little rubber, excuse me, has a steel throat inside the scabbard, which is relatively secure, right? Again, this is an ambidextrous scabbard. You can wear the knife on your left or your right, or however you prefer. It's not MOLLE compatible, so that was one of the things that kind of kept it, stowed in my rucksack, as opposed to mounted on my actual gear. They do come from the factory with these super duper high speed, low drag shoelaces that you can use to secure down to your leg or whatever you're doing. It's not a bad piece of equipment, ladies and gentlemen. I will tell you that I'm far from in love with it. The one little knife that I am kind of in love with is this little knife. And I think I've showed this knife before on this channel. So this is the SOG Seal Pup. Again, this is a stainless knife with a powder coating. It is stupid sharp. It has glass impregnated plastic handles. It's considerably lighter than these two knives. This scabbard is MOLLE compatible, and it has this little pocket, so we carry all of our cool survival stuff in there, fire starting stuff and all that, right? And this one has a tendency to stay in my civilian, emergency kits, because it's a great piece of equipment. I've been meaning to make this video for a while, just to kind of show the comparison between the first style of the Mark III Mod 0 and the second style. Again, not huge differences, but huge enough, right? I had another earlier version of the Mark III Mod 0, I believe. I may have done a video on that one too. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll put a link in the description. But that one had been stabbed into something hard, and then the blade was bent a little bit. So that can happen, right? It can happen with the best knives. But this is going to keep you from snapping your blade off as quickly as you will with this one, right? Now, it's got a sharpened top edge. Like I said, it comes from the factory sharpened. It's not all that sharp. The earlier one also has a sharpened top edge, false edge. There's nothing false about that edge, and it has a pretty respectable edge on it right now. And when it's stainless steel, it's a little bit harder to sharpen, but it does hold an edge very well. So I hope this was interesting, entertaining, educational, whatever, something like that. I just wanted to show you guys these Navy knives today. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but then the news about the two special warfare operators kind of got me thinking, and I was like, oh, you know what? I still haven't done this video on the Mark III Mod 0. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that was entertaining. If you enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. If this is the kind of content that you like, then by all means, please mash that subscribe button. I don't make a lot of videos, so it's not like I'm going to fill your inbox in with notices that, there's another video from Free America. Also, I want to give a shout out to Donovan 2, who's another knife channel here on YouTube. He's got some amazingly beautiful knives that he displays on his channel. And he also mentioned on his channel today about the missing seals. So I'll leave a link to Donovan's channel down in the description. I wish you guys would please go and check him out. He's got some pretty amazing knives. Some of that stuff I've never even seen before. Really, really beautiful stuff. And unlike me, he doesn't rattle on about it. He just shows you the knives and how beautiful they are. So thanks again. God bless America.